Welcome to the La Liga season finale of the second season here on FC26 with Valencia. We have ourselves a La Liga title to potentially be winning today if things go our way. A 4-point gap at the top of the table, but you'll notice Real Madrid have a game in hand, so that gap could certainly be cut to 1 point. And obviously, it's done on head-to-head in Spain as opposed to goal difference. So despite our favourable goal difference, we've lost to Real Madrid twice this season, meaning if we end up level on points, they'll win the La Liga title. So we need to make sure we win every game today to guarantee our potential La Liga title. We have Villarreal to start, who are 5th and chasing a Champions League spot. Then we've got Zaragoza at home, and the final league game of the season is away from home against Osasuna. Now, obviously, the Europa League final comes in the midst of that, so what I'm going to do is record the first 2 games, then I'll stop recording, record tomorrow's Europa League final, and then come back and record the remainder of this episode whilst trying my best to avoid any spoilers for the Europa League final in the end of season thing there. So hopefully everything will go according to plan. Hopefully we can win La Liga, and fingers crossed we can win the Europa League too, and then that would give us the opportunity to have a treble this year, because we've already won the Copa del Rey, of course, against Barcelona earlier this season. Would be quite the surprise to win 3 trophies this year, but obviously we're delighted. We will be adding player-based difficulty to this save, as we did with the next season of the Palace save once we finished this year. So it's going to be more difficult next year to try and retain anything that we win this year. And it's also going to be more difficult to try and win the Champions League next year, which is, of course, a competition that we'll definitely now be in for Season 3, having ourselves a rather sizable gap down to Villarreal at the moment. So we'll start with the game against the local rivals, and fingers crossed, things go very well from there. As ever, I'd really appreciate it if you guys could drop the video a thumbs up. That would mean the world to me, makes the content get pushed more regularly to new viewers, so I appreciate that. And if you are a new viewer or you're a regular viewer but you haven't subscribed yet, then do so. That way you won't miss a single episode of either save coming to you over the next few weeks. Of course, Football Manager content is not long in coming now as well, so very much looking forward to that very soon. Right, first things first though, away from home against Villarreal. Diego Conde in goal for Villarreal. They are playing their 4-4-2. Ana Martinez, Juan Foyt, Renato Vega and Francisco Mora is their backline, which is pretty strong to be fair. Nicola Pepe on the right, Ramon Terrats, Santi Comesaña and our former player and their former player with us in between, Anel Danjuma, George Mikautadze and Mauro Icardi. So it's probably fair to say that 80 rated is probably about the average in their squad, to be fair. Luis Junior is their slightly higher rated goalkeeper, but Conde was in there by default. Again, 79, 80 rated. It's a very solid squad for Villarreal. No massive standout stars, but no massive standout weaknesses in their lineup either. So we have to hope, obviously, that we can get the result that we want. Fingers crossed Real Madrid might drop points between now and the end of the season, but that is unlikely at this moment in time. Obviously, as you might imagine, having just come back from the weekend, I haven't played the game for a few days. I'm hoping that doesn't cause me problems when going for this La Liga title. Manciano, was just offside, otherwise we could have played Prado in around the corner, and it was really quite tight as well. We could quite easily have gone 1-0 up there early doors. Here's Danjuma. Villarreal having their go to get forward, but Correa's there. Prado doing his defensive work too. Ask Correa to get forward and through that gap. We've played him nicely. We'll go all the way inside. The plan was to go all the way in to then go all the way out, but Correa's in behind regardless. The fullback in behind, and Diego Conde with the save, and a brilliant piece of defensive action as well from the defender to ensure that we don't get the corner either. Jose Perez with the effort. Did that hit a hand? The answer's no. Couple of chances to take the lead. It's a lovely turn by Mikautadze. Going to have to bring Cambiasso across here. Oh, man. If that had been anyone other than my right back in that situation, then we probably would have gone 1-0 up there. It's just, unfortunately, fallen to the wrong man. That sort of clear-cut opportunity. This time I will. Again, I'm trying to find Iose in the middle there to then play the ball to the man running through the middle in Montiano, who's been stunning for us this season, of course, as you well know. This is good build-up play from Villarreal as well. It's quite the end-to-end game so far. You can tell that both sides have something on the line, and neither really willing to just sit back, rest on their laurels and play for a point. We both need 3, and we're both going for it. Prado, Sanchez, Ayuthi, and here's Harry Gazar. Out wide here to Yilmaz, who held his run well. Inside to Harry Gazar and across, and surely Luis Montiano from there makes it 1-0 Valencia. Not sure about Villarreal's decision to hold their line there. That's very much not worked. Montiano's 21st goal of the La Liga season gives us the lead. Santi Comasagna, Danjuma. This, again, it's still really good from Villarreal. They've done everything other than have that... Oh, hello. Other than have that chance to take the impetus and grab the goal. I've let them get possession back there. Mikotadze finds Icardi, and Correa will just get rid of it this time. Slightly scary, but we've managed to deal with it well. Well enough, anyway. That's what I've been trying to do in the front line. That hasn't quite worked yet, but through this gap it might. And Foyt positioned just well enough. Montiano's first touch not quite good enough to keep it away from the Argentine, but that is really poor from Villarreal. And one Foyt, the difference again between Villarreal staying at 1-0 and keeping themselves in touch and going multiple goals behind and maybe seeing the game get away from them. Mauro Icardi can't get away from the defenders there, but Danjuma's won it back well. Mikotadze looks for Icardi, looking for the ball across there, but if we can, yes, nod that back to the keeper, then that will be us playing it safe and hopefully maintaining our 1-0 lead till half-time. That's really poor from Villarreal. Prado's in behind here. Need the support. Here's Eric Sanchez. I could find Montiano again. It's a good save. It's good enough from Diego Conde. Oh, we could have had 3 or 4 in this first half, but so far just the 1. Mikotadze for Villarreal. We're an hour in now, and it's been a slow start to the second half here. Still no chance of a second goal come our way as of yet. No word on what any potential... Oh, I'm just going to get outnumbered here. No word on what any potential Real Madrid scoreline is at this stage. Obviously, they've got that game in hand as well, which is not ideal. But we know, absolutely categorically, that if we win all of our games, we win the league. Doesn't matter what Real Madrid do elsewhere, if we do our job. Here's Javier Prado. Oh, Montiano just held his run a bit there. I was going to try and whip it slightly early towards him and then flick that backwards towards the 2 men that were waiting to try and pick the ball up. We have found one of them now with Jauri Gazar and Sanchez, and there's a bit of space here for Euthi Perez, whose touch just lets him down at the last minute. That is frustrating. Still 1-0 though, 20 minutes to go. You can see how the game has kind of died down a bit in this second half, with neither side really able to create much. Oh, careful. Any second period to this point. But no more goals means we win, so let's not be too sad about it, shall we? Harry Gazar, Luis Montiano, Baris Yilmaz back inside. Montiano, Ayuthi. That was meant for Sanchez, and again the final pass lets us down here. 15 to go though, not far from sealing it, thanks to that goal. Gay coming on for them as we've made some changes to our midfield as well to try and ensure that we maintain what we've built to this point. A Greenwich on into the central area for me. Brought Tobias on out wide at right back as well. Hopefully he'll be able to deal with former teammate Danjuma for the remainder of the game. Villarreal might end up, I think at this stage, they haven't yet had a single shot all game because we've defended so resolutely. Now I've said that, as they're on the attack, watch them have a shot. We've cleared that well. Heavy touch by Perez, but it is gonna fall kindly for him. And if Yilmaz can get played in here, we could be in for the second that we've been desperate for, and he's missed the target. The chance to kill it off, not taken. That, I think, is the first opportunity of the second half, which is pretty remarkable. With 4 minutes to go, it's died out as a contest and as a spectacle, but don't care. Give me 3 points. Keep me top of La Liga. Give me that trophy at the end of the season, please. Nice tackle. And that should see it through with only a minute added on. And that minute being played now, or having been played now. Let's whip it. Let's let them clear it. And give me the result. Muchas gracias, amigo míos. A 1-0 win away from home against Villarreal. Up next for us is what on paper should be a lot more straightforward. Zaragoza. Stolajic in goal for Zaragoza. Tisene, Taki, Martin and someone else. Valery, Guti, Muziakis and Lucet. And then Bajar and Gomez up top. Their right back was Franco Serrano. They're playing a 4-4-2 as well, intriguingly. They are 17th, 1 point above the relegation zone. So really, they need something from this as well. Almost everybody we're playing today, other than our last opponent, Osasuna, have something on the line. Villarreal looking for that Champions League spot. Zaragoza looking for just a La Liga spot. And then, obviously, ourselves looking for the La Liga title, let alone just to stay in the division. We want to win the whole bloody thing. We have rotated quite a bit for this game, as you might well have imagined with the Europa League final midweek. But still, some key players in here to try and force the issue. Here's Yilmaz. Little cutback. There's Salah. And Mo Salah finds only the goalkeeper. Oh, that's really poor. That's very poor indeed. Looking for Yilmaz in behind. He couldn't grab the goal in the last game. I think he might have been offside in this one, even though he has now found the ball into the back of the net. He hasn't scored the goal. Back to Eric Sanchez, Grinic. To be honest, I saw the red boots and thought it was Salah and was going to try and whip it, and it wasn't the Egyptian. But here's Rabah in behind, and he tries the outside the boot shot to place it inside the far post and misses the target. Salah with a free kick, and Tobias. Salah again. Tobias on the overlap. Many man in the middle. Can we find any of them? Yes. There's your answer. Javier Puerto with only 6 goals in La Liga this season. But that's absolutely the best of the bunch. A brilliant whip by Tobias to find his man at the back post. Keeper maybe could have come for that, although it is quite deep in the box, but it hung in the air for ages. But the technique on the finish. Well then. That's worthy of a league title, isn't it? Really nice kit for them, isn't it? This away kit for Zaragoza. It was a really nice move there that thankfully didn't end up in a goal for them. Can we win this header? No, but Dmitrievski's there. We'll keep the clean sheet for now. Just as was the case in the last game. Looks like it's going to be 1-0 at half-time, and 1-0 is all we need. It might be 2. Prado brings that down superbly. I was going to say, there's got to be someone I can find with a pullback. Salah spins the defender. Mo Salah from the edge of the box. Stolajic with another good save to send it. Straight to Rabah. He's involved now. Salah, Grinic. Looking for Puado. Somehow finding Puado. Game over. Well, Zaragoza might get relegated. And if they do, it's because of gifts like that for the final. So I'm not going to make the change. There was a defender in the middle, quite deep there. And that allowed Rabah the space. And Salah's going to leave the field of play with a goal. 3-0. Zaragoza just folding now, unfortunately for them. Franco. Thank you. Oh, ball straight forward to Puado. Wasn't the intention, but worked well. Grinic. Puado. Trying to get it to Montiano if we can. Oh! So I'd love him to get the golden boot this season, but he's missed the target there. Lovely ball driven inside. I mean, that, again, is nice play by Zaragoza, but you can't pass it around like that and then just give the ball away and open up defensively. 4-0. Zaragoza might survive, but they're not very good. Hat-trick Puado, I think, here now. Space at the back is monstrous right now. In the patch that's coming towards the end of the month, they are making changes to make the game more difficult and increase some aspects of attacking AI for the opposition. So I'm looking forward to that and the added challenge next season. Hopefully that that patch comes sooner rather than later. It's expected before the end of the calendar month, and we're, well, the 20th of October now, so within the next 10 days or so we should hopefully see a patch to make the game more difficult and obviously fix a few more bugs, etc. I'd still go as far as to say it's the best core start to a year we've had for at least 3 years, if not 4 or 5. It's not obviously without its frustrations and its bugs, but if the main one is that it's a little bit too easy, then that's the least of any concern we've had for a number of years, isn't it? Puerto with a hat-trick here. 3 points for Valencia again. Now, technically, the next game is the Europa League final. But the next game that you'll see in this video will be Osasuna. So as we head into the final round of this La Liga season, we have Osasuna. Real Madrid won their game in hand. We are a point clear of them. Only a victory guarantees the title. A draw would leave us vulnerable to Real Madrid winning and going above us by a single point. If we lose, we need Real Madrid to do likewise, because if they win, obviously they go above us, and if they draw, they'll go level with us, but above us on head-to-head. Got to beat Osasuna. Villarreal fighting desperately to try and hold on to their Europa League spot. Real Sociedad doing everything they can to ensure that they don't get a Europa League spot, but Villarreal with relegated Eibar, certainly you would anticipate they get victory there. Real Sociedad with Sevilla, who continually underperform in this save, down in 15th at this particular moment in time. Zaragoza, the side that we played obviously in the last game, unfortunately then, have Barcelona on the final day. Eibar actually I thought were relegated. They're not. It was Leganés and Oviedo that are down. Eibar were in the relegation zone but still could save themselves. That too could go down to head-to-head or points tally. I don't know, obviously, what the head-to-head between Zaragoza and Eibar is. But we have Osasuna, who are mid-table. Say mid-table, they're actually 8th, which is not bad at all. Level on points and behind Getafe only on head-to-head. So they could be 7th and maybe, with us winning the Europa League and the Champions League spot already assured for us, might offer up a 7th spot European chance for the side that finishes there. Getafe have us. Getafe have Real Madrid. Osasuna have us. So both fixtures will dictate title and potential 7th place European spot for whoever finishes the highest. Now, I'm not going to back out because I have now recorded tomorrow's Europa League final, but you're getting no spoilers from me. Osasuna next. Herrera in goal for Osasuna in their 4-3-3. Mawissa, Luke Shaw in their backline as well. Oroz, Moncayola and Torre with Loriente, Garcia and Alvarado on the right-hand side. Catena and Rosier, Valentin Rosier is the rest of their backline. We're away from home. Real Madrid. Oh, are you kidding me? Right, attempt 2 at kickoff. We can actually see what's going on now. Osasuna at home. Getafe against Real Madrid at home. So we're both going to have to do it on not our own soil if we're to win the trophy. I don't mind where we do it, just that we do it. Osasuna on the offensive at the beginning of the day. Oh, that's a bit of a gap though. Marciano, can he find his way around the defender? Oh, yes he can. Marciano! It's the dream start in Pamplona for Valencia. With his 22nd La Liga goal of the season, Luis Marciano puts one hand on the La Liga trophy for his club. He's Aymar Oroz on the attack for Osasuna. Just because we have the lead doesn't mean we're going to keep it. David De Gea needed to make the save there to ensure that we hold on to what we've got. Valentin Gomez across here. Obviously, I know what happens tomorrow, so I'm not going to give any spoilers away. I just want to try and get a double done today. Javi Guerra with a 1-2 with Jauregui Gazar. Javi Guerra, that was moving quite tastily, but Herrera with the save to ensure that it still isn't that straightforward. If we get any updates from the Real Madrid game, obviously you'll see them in the top right corner of the screen. And they'll be looking for something similar in their game too. But one poor ball for Osasuna there ruined what was actually a very good move. Trying to use Ansu Fati out wide here. And then we've got Salah in the middle with a roll of the ball and the shoulder. And Harry-Gazar's shot is well blocked at source. 20 minutes in. We're winning, but it's not won. Oh, that's a lovely turn by Alvarado to break through that gap. That was very well done. European football on the line for Osasuna and for Getafe, as we said, in these two games that could help decide the title too. If Salah can bend the ball around the corner for Luis Munteanu, and then here's Ansu Fati. It's 2. As they're talking about Boyomo playing against his former side, they could really do with him in their back line because we've scored 2 goals against their defence. Fati's got 15 goals. We have 2 hands and a couple of fingers on that trophy. What a ball by Mawissa. Boyomo got to it. Here's Moncayola. And Aymar Oroth into Toro. And Aymar again. Spread out wide brilliantly is Alvarado. Again, Osasuna building well. Moncayola with a little flick. Toro with the effort. It's going to fall. And my defenders are too busy getting in each other's way. And David De Gea makes a smart save to keep our clean sheet intact. That was nearly a calamity at the back to ensure that the title was not quite so firmly in the bag. It's going to be knocked down. And Alvarado, the winger here, is going to have an effort. Thierry Correa in the way before it even reaches the goalkeeper. But Salah can't get it down, bring it down, get it away. Still, we're under pressure here at the back. But Gomez's header should see us through to half-time with a 2-0 lead intact. 45 minutes away from a La Liga and Copa del Rey double. As we kick off for the second half, we've had no updates from Getafe. Pretty sure Getafe play in a suburb of Madrid as well. So they're still in their home city, if not on home soil, Real. They've not had to travel far for the game, whereas Valencia to Osasuna is pretty much the length of the country, isn't it? From the southeast to the north to Pamplona. See what we can do here at the beginning of the second half to maybe seal it as early as possible to make it a bit more comfortable for the rest of the afternoon. Harry-Gazar knocked off his feet there, and here comes Alvarado. He's run straight into Cambiasso though. Salah. Need a little bit of trickery from the Egyptian king. Javi Guerra and Ansu Fati trying to spin Mawissa, but not so easily done, unfortunately. If we do get an update, regardless if there's not really been a highlight for us to show you alongside it, then I will give you an update of the Real Madrid game. But really, if this result stays as is, then it doesn't matter what Real Madrid do, because we'll win the league by a point if they beat Getafe, or more so if they don't. Javi Guerra and Munteanu dinking it over, looking for Yilmaz, who's going to bring it down. He's going to cut inside, and he's going to run straight into a bloody defender. Oroth with the corner for Valencia, for Osasuna. And well, to be fair, it wasn't a bad header by Raul Garcia. He met it very well indeed, but still straight at the goalkeeper, thankfully for me. 2-0 the result continually. And at the minute, 2 is the amount of trophies we'll have domestically at the end of this campaign if we hold on to the lead that we've got. Or even maybe build on it, was what I wanted to say at the end of that. Or maybe even Salah's run into him. Maybe even build on it. Oh, Javi Guerra with 3 efforts in this game. 2 moving about and top saves, and the other one off the bloody post. Salah is going to find Yilmaz. Tucking it back, looking for Mo, but can't get it to him. Still no updates from the Real Madrid game, so I mean, we haven't had any updates from any game. And there's surely been some goals somewhere in La Liga outside of this fixture on this particular match day. So, nothing to bring to you from anywhere, but we knew that if we did our job, we weren't necessarily looking to see what was happening everywhere else. Thank you, David De Gea. Clean sheet too. Well, there you have it. We will see a second Spanish trophy lift. We won the Copa del Rey. We've won La Liga. Ansu Fati and Luis Munteanu with the goals to ensure that we lift the La Liga trophy. We will try and retain it next season. We will be in the Champions League next year via our league finish, of course. So we'll go for that competition. But tomorrow, we can make it a treble potentially. A Europa League final against Roma follows and he's on the way for you guys to view tomorrow afternoon. Tomorrow evening even, at 6 o'clock, of course. It's a Palace save at 3 p.m. It's a big boy trophy, is the La Liga trophy. And Javi Guerra's going to need every last ounce of energy he's got left to lift that. But it is a double for us this year. Javi Guerra at it again for Valencia. It may well be the last trophy he lifts for the club, because he's going to potentially be on his way in the summer. 2 down and 1 to go. I'll see you tomorrow for a Europa League final against the Romans.